Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow citizens of India. This is Dr. Krishnan, your business doctor. In our industry, particularly aerial work platform industry, always every founder or the management or the system wants to standardize the process and to ensure that the process happens very smoothly, the orders are processed correctly, the machines are identified rightly, and the very absolute solutions given to the customer. That is the intent of the process. Standardize it. Every action of the LLP rental business. But customer doesn't operate on your standardization. Number one. Number two, the project locations or projects doesn't operate on standardization, particularly when it comes to the requirement of hiring capital intensive assets. There is absolute craze, demand, and fluidity in project locations. We, as a service provider, have to prepare ourselves. For example, you are standing on a platform of, say, like 120 feet boom lift, and you go very high up to 120 feet, fully extended boom. Okay, you look at the world from there. The world looks very different. The noises are fully settled. The your cognitive stillness gets aroused. You are detached from what's happening on the ground. But that's where, as a manager, as a founder, as a person running an institution or an enterprise in the service industry, has to evolve and stand out from their own decision or their own thinking. They call it like no in a chaotic situation in a rental industry. The machine has to be up all the times. The demand, the battery drainage, the operator fatigue, operator, I mean the service recognized by the rendered by the operators and timely payments. In among these all chaotic things happening around this business, all managers and the founders of this industry, particularly this is a sesame industry, it's not a great large enterprise led industry. So what they have to do, all these chaotic, this thing is called first order thinking. What really is expected, what a metacognitive person, I'll come to that metacognition a little later. A metacognitive person who will maintain an equilibrium between these two paradoxes, that is first order thinking and the second order thinking, has to step out from his own decision and think whether I have taken a right decision on every decision making. When he steps out from his own decision, we call it second order thinking. That's where the metacognition of the individual comes out, where he will see both the ends of the equilibrium at the same equidistance and decide whether my thinking has been right. This is called dynamic equilibrium. Okay. So when you do a thinking of your own thinking, we call it metacognition. Metacognition is nothing but it is like no simply put, thinking about thinking. You think about what you thought. So a leader has to, a manager has to, an effective people's man has to evolve and come out of this first degree thinking and put himself into the second degree thinking. When you do a second degree thinking, maintaining equal equilibrium between two ends of the paradoxes. Paradoxes happen every decision or every situation. A person evolves as a metacognitive leader. When you detach yourself, like you go above in the sky up to 120 meters, 180 feet high in the sky, how the chaotic ground situation is detached from your thinking, then you will definitely evolve as a good leader. That is cognitive improvement in your thinking, from first order thinking to second order thinking, from a normal leadership to metacognitive leadership, from mix of paradoxes to equal equilibrium of paradoxes. Yeah, hope you got my point. If you have any queries or further explanation, please feel to contact me. Happy day, happy week ahead, and thank you very much. You guys have done a fantabulous job. First time in the history of Swastik Corporation, you guys have achieved something which every member of our team has to be proud of. And we are sure this year we are hitting Leap 650 without fail. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Bye. Have a great day.